But at the same time, I want to. I'm gonna be using my own personal example. By the way, my eyes are red because while I was lying down earlier, and then Pudding came and licked my finger, and I was having a nap, and I think I rubbed my eyes, so it became red. So I'm gonna use an example of what is something that has been happening since yesterday and today. For privacy's sake, I will say that this person is a family member, but I will not, in respect to the identity, I will not reveal who this person is. So this person saw my Facebook live yesterday, and after she saw the Facebook live, she's a close family member, right? She sent me a bunch of texts to give me advice of the things that I should be doing. And she said it concerns her that I am feeling this way, that these few things are bothering me, and so on and so forth. And she gave me a lot of unsolicited advice. And I think those of you who know me knows that I am someone who prioritizes the idea of choice, which means that if you don't want to hear from me, then I won't talk to you. If you don't want my advice, I won't give you an advice. But because this family member is close to me, she feel that she has the right to tell me what to do, to ask me to listen. So what I told her was that, look, because this my issue with her is not something that is. By the way, did I update the title? Okay, I'm gonna restart this because I'm not sure if I updated the title. Okay, I'm not entirely sure whether the earlier stream was an updated title or not. So I decided to restart this. And basically, in a nutshell, this phrase "you don't know what love is something which was going through my mind as someone was giving me a lot of unwarranted, unsolicited advice yesterday night and today. So basically, this person is a close family member. Out of respect, I will not reveal who this person is, but close family member. And because of all the contributions that she has given me in my life, she felt that I should afford her the respect enough to listen to her advice. So she saw the Facebook live that I made yesterday, and as a result of that, she basically sent me a lot of voice notes to share about what I should be doing, and you guys know me. I stand for choice. I stand for empowerment, which means that I respect people's boundaries, and I will also tend to get triggered if my boundaries are crossed. I have already very little boundaries as it is. My boundaries is when people are trying to give me all kinds of unwarranted, unsolicited, unwanted advice. So you see, she was giving me all of that, and my history with this family member extends all the way to childhood, and I have never once gotten good advice or good feedback from this family member, and in a sense where, by the way, I'm sharing all of this because it's my way of processing it. It is my own personal journal, and I think it is time for me to confront this. So my relationship with this family member extends all the way to childhood, and I've never once received good advice from this person. A lot of my childhood traumas happened because I was following the advice by this person. And I know that she's trying her best because she cares and whatever not. But the problem is her advice are simply bad advice. And to couple on top of that, there is a tendency to control what I, or rather, not control, but more like very strongly suggest that I do as what she says. So we've had a lot of debates, arguments before in the past, and I think that if there is anyone in the world that is very difficult for me to love, it would be this person, because she needs to be right, and she needs to, I make me follow her advice, and her happiness, it depends on whether or not I follow her advice. So I said to her, I don't want to hear any advice from you, and I say it from, because this is like the 1,000th or 10,000th time I've said it already, and I said that, look, if let's say I am gonna be getting all this voice notes and advice from you in the future, I think we are better off not being friends on Facebook. And she flipped lah. She got really angry lah. She talked about all the times that she contributed to me, all of the times that she helped me. She was really, really upset. And she said that she said this one line. She said that you love your cat more than you love your own family member. Well, what went through my mind immediately was that, what is love? Love is not a transaction. Until today, it's hard for me to properly describe what love is. But one thing I know what love is not is that love is not a transaction. Transaction meaning, I give you this, you give me that. Love is unconditional. Transaction is conditional. And I am immediately reflected of all the times, or rather, all the people who I know who are talking about love. But the idea of love among even family members and romantic relationships, a lot of it has got to do with conditions, boundaries. It's like, if you want to keep this going, this is what must be done. And unfortunately, a lot of times, even family members, right, their love is conditional upon you listening to them. Or their love is conditional upon you following a path, following a narrative that is laid out on you, that they set it out on you. And I think that that's really unfortunate. Because here's the thing about unconditional love. If I truly love you, I don't need you to do anything for me. If I truly love you, I don't need you to remember all of the good things that I've done for you. If I love you, I don't have an expectation of you. In other words, if I love you, it's none of your bloody business. It's none of your business. It means if I love you, means I just love you. That's all. To be in love is not to do love. It's not to show love. When someone is truly in love, nothing needs to be done to show love. Love is realized. Love is not achieved. Love is not an achievement. Love is not transactional. Period. So when one person who so-called loves another person says that, look at all the times I've done this for you, can that truly be love? Or is that called guilt tripping? And I think that a lot of times this happens in whatever relationships. One person couldn't get from another person something that they want. Maybe it's attention. Maybe it's, favor. Maybe it's love. So what do? They guilt trip them. They tell them all of the times that, look at this, I've done this for you, I've done this for you, I've done this for you, but you don't reciprocate. You don't give me back. Can that truly be love? I think not. And I think that any form of healthy relationships should not have any form of guilt tripping whatsoever. And I think guilt tripping is something that is done. So yesterday and today I was called childish. I was called selfish. I was called all kinds of things. Just because I said, don't advise me. Stop advising me. And this is my boundaries. Please respect my boundaries. And I think that a lot of people are facing this as well. And I would like to give that. And this may come with my personal baggage, but this is currently what I think. I would like to encourage everyone to have a kind of, like, if let's say people are going to be conditional with you, I would say be conditional to them directly back. And sometimes people are going to try to guilt trip you because people are so starved of love. People are so starved of love that they are willing to do anything and they are able to just shortchange or misunderstand what this is. They misunderstand love for attention. They misunderstand love for favors. They misunderstand love for gifts. All of the things that people do, they think it's love. It's not love. Love is simply an experience. And to feel love is to be in the experience of love with another person. That means that you don't need to have somebody else love you in order for you to love somebody else. You don't. And love is not something so limited that you can only extend it to your own family members. Love is not something so limited that you only extend it to your family members or your friends or your so-called romantic partners. Love is not so limited as that. And if you truly understand what love is, the immensity of what love is, you would not use love so lightly. And I think that anybody who is still using the word love, look, I love you so much, you don't do this back for me. I think any sentence that comes from this kind of idea is sad, because the only people in the people who utters these words, I love you this much, you don't love me back, people who says these words exist and live a kind of life which is so starved of love that they do not know anything else. That the only way they can get love is through manipulating the feelings of other people. Through manipulating and making other people feel guilty. Then only they can have that hope of gaining some form of attention. Attention is not love. Anyway, at least this is what I think lah, for now. I'd like you guys to tell me, like, what do you guys think? Am I off? Have I gone off track? Have I misunderstood what love is? Let me know. Type it down. I'm gonna go and ruminate about this while I'm preparing my dinner. In the meantime, that's all for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay true.